Morning everybody. I'm now pointing my video at Andrew Wilkie this morning. Andrew, you've been advised several times via email to vacate office immediately. I wasn't joking. You're an ex-ASIO officer. This means you're an intelligence officer. You got a brain inside your head, Andrew. Why don't you start using it? You have broken the law. You've taken an oath outside of the Constitution Act. That's a serious offence, Andrew Wilkie. So Andrew, step down, vacate office, step up into Parliament and say so. You got no choice anymore, Andrew. The Attorney General will have to answer for you. Okay, we are not going away anymore. So Andrew Wilkie, get out of office. Time to leave. Time to pack up. Time to go. You took a foreign oath of allegiance to a foreign entity. You do not work for us. You work for an administrator in a bankruptcy. You work for the bank. Time to leave office. Not your office, our office. You're not following our laws. Get out. Now to everybody, you're allowing this to occur. By arguing with each other continuously, you are not addressing the problem at hand. You're all playing this better than game, trying to work out the problem at hand, when you've already been given the answers. Andrew Wilkie, get out of office. They took a foreign oath of allegiance to a foreign entity. They created a banking entity in 1973, and all your politicians serve that. And here you are playing politics. So it's up to you. You tell Andrew Wilkie to get out of office. He failed his oath. It's that simple. It is that simple. Now you consider that oath comes from the Governor-General through the Attorney-General to every judge, every politician, commissioned police officers, the army. Do you now comprehend what I'm saying, everybody? Andrew Wilkie must leave office immediately for failing the Promissory Oaths Act 1868, which is a part of our Constitution. He has failed the Commonwealth of Australia Constitution Act July 1900 and must vacate office immediately. That is the law. That's the law. Do you understand that? Now, Mr. Wilkie, you stood up in the Parliament with Jackie Lambie, and Jackie Lambie asked for my help. Well, here I am. Get out of office. It's that simple. You wanted the help to show you where the corruption was. You are the corruption. Look at yourselves. Use your ASIO skills, Mr. Wilkie, to do the research, to do the background check, to go through the history that I gave you, to go through the facts that I gave you. It's up to you. It's up to you to decide the truth, Andrew Wilkie, because I'm telling you, your failure to do so becomes a war crime. A war crime. Now, the Attorney General is already guilty of international slavery. And I don't mince my words when I say this, Andrew Wilkie. You are helping the Attorney General commit international bondage and slavery. You committed the treason. So, where do we go from here, everybody? You have to fly that red ensign. You have to step up to the plate. You have to stand united in one voice. That oath is your voice. Start looking at it. Start questioning them, because they aren't in line of authority to the Constitution by their oath. Think about that. Stop arguing with each other on the internet. Start helping each other. You're not better than each other. At this moment in time, you're all slaves. So how can you be better than each other? You're all in the same predicament. So we need to now stand up for our country. Not for ourselves. Not for your trust account. Not because you got in shit. For our country. For all those men that died so it could exist. For our country. Our people. That's why we do this. We don't do it because you got harmed. We don't do this because you got yourself in shit. We do this because mums and dads across the country are being taxed through the asshole. We do this because mums and dads across the country can't defend themselves against things like vaccinations, mental health. Right? We do this because most of you are stuck in a position where you don't know the answers. Let's just cut to the chase. The answer is the oath. They took a foreign oath. They entered a foreign entity. They gave that foreign entity an order of Australia to imitate a country. And you all believe this. All these things that were created in 1973 weren't there in 1900. And you believe them. And that's where your problem starts. So it's up to all of you. I can't keep expressing this day after day after day to see you keep going and arguing with each other because you all believe you're right. Who cares if you're right or not? That oath centers everything. Everything. So every symptom you ever complained about, vaccines, fluoride, whatever it is, that oath caused it. So why don't we address the oath? Why don't we address Andrew Wilkie, who took that oath, who is an ex-ASIO officer, who hasn't done his due diligence and his duty as an officer? Because if he had, he'd be stepping down right now, honourably. He has no honour. All those politicians have no honour. They just put $1 billion to pay themselves their pensions. At the same time, they promise to bail in your bank accounts. And you still play this game. Think about that. They are prepared to pay themselves $1 billion in pensions. At the same time, they intend on emptying your bank accounts. Time to wake up, Australia, isn't it? Time to have a look at what these slave traders have been doing to you since 1973. Andrew Wilkie, step down. Andrew Wilkie, get out of office. Andrew Wilkie, you broke the law. Andrew Wilkie, you're outside of the Constitution. Andrew Wilkie, you're the one that did it all. Time to be honest, Mr. ASIO. Time to do your research, Mr. ASIO. Time to do some background history on that oath you took and realise what you're doing. Joining a bank. A bank. You are a politician working for a bank. And that bank screws every Australian's life. And you know it. You're Mr. ASIO. Do your due diligence and step down and get out of office, Andrew. You think we're going away? I'm only going to get louder because of all of you being silent. You asked for our help and you went silent. Over a month of silence. That's how you treat us, for pointing out your faults. You can't be honourable. You can't be honest. You can't tell us the truth. We've got to find out the criminal in you. The criminal. You broke the Promissory Oaths Act, Andrew. Get out of office, please.